Welcome to episode 23. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining. Last episode was almost all chit chat. So this episode is going to be equally the opposite. It's going to be pure gameplay, except for all that time I spend talking. So let's just kick it off right away and try to get in a good 20 minutes of time. So yeah, I hope that last episode was useful information to you. I know I really spent a lot of time on it, but I think that it's useful. Oh, that's too bad. The priest died. Yay! One less person to worry about. And so now we can plot again. We can plot to kill our Baron because we are his heir. But instead I'm going to plot... I remember one of the things that, so we killed the final Hanem a little while back. And when he died, this Skarsholm, our rebel, we have a hatred of this guy apparently because we've got that feuding families penalty or whatever. Kind of a silly event, but, it's flavor. So when he came into play, he's got this just the tiniest possible dynasty because he's brand new. In fact, he doesn't even have an heir. If he dies right now, the family just disappears. So let's just murder him. Let's just get rid of him, and then the feud can go away. I don't know what happens actually when you win the feud. Maybe we get extra money or something, like we win. But anyway, my point in bringing him up was that when the Hanem family, the Hanem dynasty died. I didn't really say anything about it, but it looks like this guy actually inherited all of his trade posts, and that's why we haven't been able to steal any, because these three have none. There's only one. So we're gonna kill this guy and see what we can do from there. Meanwhile, we're gonna continue to stockpile money. We have a lot of expenses. Why? Family dues. I'm going to, just very briefly, I don't want to rant too much, but I just want to cover this. Family dues is something that only patricians have to deal with. It says all adult men in a patrician dynasty get a cut of the income. The patrician gets 50 shares, each of his sons 5, his brothers 4, uncles 3, cousins 2, and the rest 1. Again, it's only for men, not for women, so if we wanted to see who's getting money from this, we can go to our dynasty. We look at the dynasty tree and we expand it. You can zoom out, and if you want, you can actually make it full screen so you can really see everything about it. So let's we'll zoom out, we'll make it full screen, and then we'll zoom in so we can see clearly, and we'll kind of position this stuff where we want it. We'll expand everything first, just so you can see the the full picture. There we go. And so the people that we're paying are going to be adult living people. So this kinsman is getting money. If we want to, we can go to character, and I'm going to shrink that down again and put it over here. This guy's getting a lot of money each year because he's part of our dynasty, even though he's not that useful. In fact, this is the kind of guy that, personally, I'd prefer to just kill, because I'm not going to land him, and I'm not worried about my dynasty, like my branch, dying off. So he just costs me money, and I did cover a while back about how it's just kind of a loan, because we're going to get this money when he dies, but that's money I could use right now. So he's getting money, and who else is getting money? Other adult men. Our nephew here is going to get some money from us. He's not landed either. I'm not going to land him. So, he's got some of our money. You want to keep your dynasty very small when you're playing as a patrician, as small as possible without risking running out of people. Because if you run out of people, then, well, I think you know what happens. They end up, a new patrician family comes into the game. And while we're on the topic of new patricians, I am letting the game tick, so I'm not going to just talk the entire time. But while we're talking about it, let's say that you're playing in, let's say you're playing over here as England or Scotland or Ireland, and you liked watching my Let's Play series so much that you wanted to have a patrician, and you like how this Republic thing works, but there's no Republic over here. We're 40 years into the game roughly, and there's no trade post benefits. Well, if you want to create a new Republic, it's very easy to do. All you have to do is grant the county. Like, let's say that you are the King of Ireland. Actually, no, we'll use England as an example, because England is one that you could actually start off with and do right away. So you start the game off as the King of England, you fend off Norway, you fend off William the Conqueror, and so you've secured England, and then, okay, I want a republic. All you got to do is create a duchy that hasn't been formed, and then give it to a mayor within that duchy. So we'll take the Duchy of York here, these two counties. If instead of a duke, you give the duchy to a mayor, like say this guy, he's landed, so we're allowed to give him land, we're allowed to give him the title. If we make him a Duke of York, he's going to be the Grand Duke of York, which is the same title we have. He's going to become a Grand Mayor, and then all of a sudden a republic will just spontaneously form, and instantly there's going to be 5 families and all that stuff. So you can generate them wherever you want. It's pretty useful if you're like an Islamic guy down here and you want to get some money right away from the trade posts and all that. Be aware though that they don't pay full taxes to a feudal person like a king. They pay half taxes as a republic. But they increase the income of everything that they touch, so they're just good to have around. Oh, that's too bad. Our rival family seems to have disappeared. Boo. And because of it, we got some money. And I don't think we're going to get any events about the blood feud. And this plot is never going to disappear because we went independent. Can we kill you? Let's get rid of you. I don't like you. I would really like to kill him. Damn. Nobody wants to help us. Okay, how about we just take some trade posts then? So here's a fun idea, and maybe I'm taking it too far, but I'm going to put this out there, and I'll just see if anybody thinks that it's kind of cool and wants to respond to it or act on it. I'm going to make this statement. So the person that comments the most on the videos that I release, I am going to name you as my next potential heir. After the grandson here, after the genius Botstein Johansson, when we're playing as him and we've got another child that gets born, you have the ability to name your children when they're born. And as long as you don't have like a crazy long name like, I don't know, Grandmaster Emperor the 15th of 72853, like something ridiculous, then I'm going to name that character after you. And we will play. You will be eternalized in the Let's Play. We could rename the character now if we wanted to abuse the council or the console, but I'm not going to do that. That is information for another episode, because this episode is all about gameplay. Gosh darn it. Yes, trade posts. More income. Need more. And looks like we've got to kill the new guy again. Now this is actually exceptionally gamey, and I keep using that term gamey. I don't know if I've actually ever kind of explained what I meant by it. Hopefully you've kind of inferred what I meant when I say it. Gamey just means like it's within the game's rules and limits, but it kind of feels like you're doing something wrong, like you're cheating. And the reason I say that this is definitely kind of gamey here is that, so this is a brand new patrician family, right? We just murdered the previous one. He just spawned. And I mentioned a while back that when they spawn, they gain 300 gold, right? They start with 300 gold. So the very first thing that this guy decided to do was upgrade his mansion. So he spent 200 gold. He still has 100 gold. He just spawned like a month ago. If I murder him right now, he has no heir. So what do you think? Why do I think this is gamey? Well, because if I did it every single month, that's an extra 1,200 gold a year that I could just spontaneously create by consistently murdering off the same patrician family over and over and over again. And in this situation, since we're heretic, it's so easy to do it because the new guy, the guy that spawns every single time, I don't even think he's the right religion. And he's a Catholic. So, everyone's going to plot against him. Everyone's going to want him dead. So I'm only doing it because I want to steal the next trade post, not because I want that extra 100 gold, but, Let's check in on our friend, the Holy Roman Emperor, see how he's doing with his war. 10% in favor of the Kaiser, so he's now winning. So we've got to act soon if we want to take advantage of this. We can see why he's winning. We can't see all the same information we would see if it was our war, but if we zoom in, we can see what he holds. Keep in mind, we went over this a while back. We can see here the Holy Roman Emperor holds these three. He holds these three. So that's what's causing him to win, is that he's taking over some of this. If we want this to actually work out in our favor, if we want them to go independent, we need to get involved soon, and we need to just come in force, maybe use boats to our advantage to be mobile so we can get away from his doomstack. But if we can help the independents, we're not able to like offer to join. We can't offer to join their war, but we can indirectly help him by having some big battles against the king's, the Holy Roman Emperor's army, and then also just delaying him. The longer that war goes on, the higher the independence war ticks. So let's do this. I'm going to murder this guy for the money. Then I'm going to steal a trade post, and then I'm going to do it. We're going to... Oh, damn, we lost 50 gold. I'm going to declare war. I'm just going to do it, and it's a little bit impulsive. I could be a little bit more strategic and maybe wait till I have like 1,000 gold just to make sure we can win. And one thing that annoys me is I was looking at this before considering the idea, is that some of these mercenaries we're not going to be able to use. These three. The best ones. They cost the most, but look at this. The army is 6,000 troops. We can only raise 51 boats. And if we hire a mercenary unit, as we've discovered in the past, they're going to spawn on our island. And so we can't get them off. You cannot break apart a mercenary group. So we would need at least 61 boats, and I am not willing to hire these boat mercenaries. These are the most absolutely atrociously overpriced things in the world. You pay 90 gold to rent them, to buy them, and then 75 gold per month. That's 900 gold a year. So that means that if you kept this mercenary up for a year, it's 1,000 gold. It's just retarded. It's just so... I mean, I'm not going to do it. So we're going to have to use the smaller mercenary bands, and we might even hire all of them. Everyone. They're all part of our... actually, one thing we could do, maybe we should do this. If we move the county capital here, merchant republics are not allowed to change capital. Interesting. Never mind. We can't do that. That's something you can do with everything else, but apparently not republics. I was just thinking, though, if we were to move the capital, then they would spawn there. Yep, so we get the money from him, and then we can plot to take another trade post. And then we will declare war. And the worst case scenario with this war is that we might end up having to wipe peace. He's going to be so preoccupied with his independence wars that he's not going to come and invade our land, which means that as long as we have a nearly neutral war score, he'd accept an offer of white peace, which would cost us prestige, but I'm willing to take the risk. This is a great opportunity to reduce the size of the empire. Oh great, another son. See, that's going to end up costing us money in the future. We should just kill that branch of the dynasty. Why did I invite so many people? You people are distracting me. I'm trying to play the game here and I'm talking the whole time. My gosh. Oh my goodness. Invited like everyone. Actually, I guess I needed that many. I apologize. My claims were unfounded. Excellent. Taking another trade post. Yep, so now he only has 4. Unfortunately, the new guy's the one that keeps inheriting it, so we have to keep killing him every single time, and we're getting a lot of money for doing it, but spontaneously created money feels cheaty. But if you really wanted to cheat, you could just give yourself money. You go into the console and you do it. I'm not going to teach you how yet. Don't cheat. Cheating's for people who need to get better at the game. Actually, cheating can be useful for a few things. Correcting mistakes that can happen. Not like you made a mistake, like a tactical mistake, but like if the game just got messed up somehow, you can fix it. And you can also cheat for the sake of fun. Perhaps in the next episode or two, I'll teach you how you can observe a game. Like if you just want to watch the game, it's like watching a movie. You can just watch the expansion and the wars of Europe. You don't even have to play as a character. You can just watch the game go, which is kind of cool. I will show you how to do that sometime, if you want me to, but not if you don't. Yes, yes, murder. Murder. It's like I have a nervous tick, and every 10 minutes I just have to murder somebody. I think in the next one that I do, I'm going to probably play as a Muslim, and I'm not going to murder people. I'm going to war and conquest. We're not going to do all this murdering. We'll see. Okay, we need to murder this person, and then we're declaring war on the Holy Roman Emperor. Let's just check his war again. 43%. Yeah, we've really got to move. Okay, we're not going to be able to wait. We've got to do it now. Hire the mercenaries! No boats. And I think that's about as much as we can afford. That is a lot of mercenaries. That's a big, big stack, but it should be enough to allow us to do what we need to do. Okay, so next up. Holy Roman Empire. We want your city. We would, oh God, if we were to holy war, that would be terrible, because all of the Catholic religion would hate us. But so we're going to do a seize the city ambition here. And let's take one of these ones that's really far away. It's far away from us, so there's the disadvantage that it's not going to be connected to our republic area. But I want to have one here so that I can then build trade posts less expensively along this shore. So let's see if we can find the one that's like here-ish. Let's see. Which one has the best income? Ooh, that one's pretty good. Let's just take that one. No. No, no, no. That's not right. This one. City of Auric. And that is in Gallery. We want Gallery. Declare war. Claim Gallery. Shoot. What did I just call it? City of what? Auric. There we go. That's the one we want. Ooh, this is a big risk. Declare war. We're now at war with the biggest person in the game. Probably. Byzantines might be bigger. Fortunately, one thing that I did check, and I didn't show you this, but remember, we can always see what other independent rulers think of the independent other people by pressing E and then clicking on that person, or excuse me, not E. Click D and then click on that person, and then hover over their other people. We can see here that the king Vesivalod Ironside's opinion of the Holy Roman Emperor is negative 38 because he's zealous. We can see that the Duke likes him. That's unfortunate. That means that I can pretty much count on the king. Hopefully, we'll see. But the King of Russia should join our war effort here because he hates the Holy Roman Emperor. If he doesn't, it's going to be significantly more difficult. So the Duke has refused. The Duke of Kiev. He's a little chicken. Pansy. You girly man. Yet the King of Russia. To the magnificent Grand Mayor Bodstein, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. Of course I will honor my obligation. So now all of a sudden, the Holy Roman Emperor is suddenly dealing with all of the normal wars that he had, but now all of Russia is attacking him. So that alliance that we ended up doing earlier, you can see why I was eager to make that pact, because I didn't want Russia to attack me, but also it's good to have friends in high places, right? Until you want to kill him. I mean, we're going to backstab him for sure and take all his stuff too, but in the meantime, he's going to help us do what we want, which is to break up the Holy Roman Empire. In fact, I'm going to make it my personal mission. Not only are we going to play as a republic, not only are we going to play as a heretic republic, but we are going to destroy the Holy Roman Empire. We're going to cause it to cease to exist. We will destroy that title. So, all of Russia is against him. Hopefully, let's just make sure I hope he doesn't have any other wars that he's doing. Oh, damn. He does. So he's going to be distracted for a while. He's not going to send his troops right away. but that's okay. And let's board up as many of you as we can. Now this is the hard part, is that we don't have the, we don't really have the ability to ship around our entire military all at once. We're going to move directly to the target, because that's the most important province when it comes to our war score. And I'm going to end the video here in just a moment because we're running out of time, but this is going to be a big undertaking. I'm going to land our troops and see if, hopefully I didn't wait too long. Hopefully this war doesn't end and that it just ends up being all of him versus us. We might even have to employ some fancy tactics, like declaring war on the Duke of Moravia. See, I just gotta explain this. It's so interesting how it works. So the Holy Roman Emperor has these provinces, right? He's captured them. We're not at war with this guy, because this guy's at war with this guy. So unfortunately, I can't do anything about this, right? But if I declare war on this guy and then I go to this province, I can siege his stuff, and I can basically effectively unsiege what the Holy Roman Emperor did. So, it's kind of messy, but we might need to try to find a way to balance that war score more in the direction that we want it. So, yes, so let's do this. I'm gonna have to go in 2 groups. In fact, damn. Reorganize. We need to get these closer to equal. 51, too many. 53. Is there any way to balance these so that it's... There we go. Now we can ship them. We're gonna have to go on 2 trips, but... Okay. So, with that, we will end the episode, and in the next episode, it's going to be all about combat, and being ridiculously aggressive, and attacking somebody that's much, much bigger than we are. There's only one potential episode title that I can think of, and that is David and the Goliath, and that is what we will be calling this one. So, thank you for watching. We will see you next time.